Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Brandon Thornock. I'm the CEO here at Shasta Community Health Center. And I just want to welcome you all and thank you for joining us today. Today is actually a very special day. It is not only we're commemorating this beautiful mural that we have here on the side of our building, but it is also Patient Appreciation Day during National Health Center Week. And that's a big deal around these parts, where we really celebrate the people that we serve and the work that we do in this community for the community. But before I share a little bit about the mural in the background, I want to give a real quick introduction to everyone of Lura Wilhelm. She's our artist. We should give her a real quick round of applause. She did an amazing job on this beautiful mural. But before we get into that, I want to share a little bit about the story. How did we get here? Why are we here? So about a year and a half ago, we were looking at what used to be a very beautiful deck that was actually just to the corner angle up here behind me. We had beautiful architecture. If you can imagine, there was a nice facade and some pillars that ran all the way up and down from here. And then there was a really neat architectural arch that extended over the walkway over there. It was a really beautiful aspect to our building. Well, when we were looking at the deck, there was a lot of warping that had occurred there. And we said, hey, you know what? Let's do a refresh. Let's fix that. So we hired a contractor to take a look, and little did we know, not only was the patio beyond, or the deck beyond repair because of dry rot, that dry rot extended across the entire structure from one end of this building all the way to the other end of this building. And, you know, this was my first kind of big project as the chief executive officer. And we still kind of joke around a little bit today that as soon as I took over, the building literally started falling down around us. But it was a pretty significant project, and there was no insurance help for that, right? So we had to hire contractors. They tore it all down, and we were thinking, man, this is a real ugly situation. What can we do to revitalize this whole space? Because we looked to see what it would take to replace the whole structure. And it was in the hundreds of thousands of dollars to do that. Money that we just don't have. So then somebody threw out an idea, what if we look at doing a mural or something of that nature? And almost immediately we thought that was a beautiful idea. We put together this request for proposals. We sent them out to some of the talented artists in our community. And Lura almost immediately was one of the first ones to respond, and we really liked some of her concepts. And I think Lura also attests to the fact that we were very back and forth with her. It was a bit of a rigorous process. We kept saying, no, we don't like this. What if you change this? What if you change this? But in the end, she came up with this final version. And she submitted with this final version this beautiful narrative of this concept of bridges to community. And so I want to turn the time over to Lura right now to read her story that she attached to this mural so that you can understand what this truly means to her, what it truly means to us, and to the community. Lura, would you mind reading the story for us?
Am I going to have to hold this, or I can get my phone?
Actually, I can hold it for you.
You can hold it for me.
Yeah, I can. I'm much more
than
than a
pretty face. Okay, I might embellish a little bit on this too.
There you go.
Okay, this mural was painted in rich monochromatic blues and with accents of burnt orange and golden yellows, and it reflects the connection and unity and support of our community. At the heart of this piece, a woman holds silhouettes of a young man and an elderly man. These symbolize the vital role of intergenerational care and the collective responsibility to uplift one another. Surrounding them are silhouettes of native trees in the garden track community. And on the river trail, we have plants that are growing in our local landscape. It ties the whole thing together. In the distance, you'll see Mount Shasta, Mount Lassen. And what that represents is the strength and endurance of the region, and they are standing witness to our community's resilience. In the foreground, there are figures of bicyclers, and they are symbolizing unity and importance of coming together across emotional and physical distances. And the family over here is further reinforcing a theme of togetherness and collective support. And then through the varying tones of silhouettes, this mural honors the people who form this foundation of our shared community. It serves as a reminder that it is through connection to strength of our land, we are building a thriving, supportive, and compassionate community in Reading. So,
Thank you, Laura. Let's give Laura a round of applause.
I didn't realize it was this big, so I thought I was going to be holding it. So.
Well, thank you, Laura, and needless to say, we were sold, right?
Yeah.
The vision behind the beautiful mural, we just felt that it really aligned with what we want to see and what we see and what we do as an organization in this community in fulfillment of our mission. You know, at Shasta Community Health Center, we seek out low-income populations, vulnerable populations, those that are struggling with all sorts of challenges. And we felt like this beautiful message was a nice reflection of who we are as an organization and what we try to do to be contributing members of our community. And so it just means so much more to us, and it's just really a privilege that we now have this beautiful mural here to remind us of that day in and day out. And so, you know, I just want to, before I read this dedicatory statement, I just want to personally, and really on behalf of Shasta Community Health Center, on behalf of our board of directors, all of our staff and our patients, just thank you for this beautiful, beautiful addition that you basically allowed us to take an ugly situation, something that was very unfortunate, and it turned it into something so beautiful for years to come. So thank you, Laura. Thank you so much.
Likewise, thank you.
So on behalf of Shasta Community Health Center, I am proud to dedicate this mural today with heartfelt gratitude to our patients, staff community, and board of directors. May it continue to inspire connection, reflection, and hope for many years to come. Please join me in a round of applause for the artist and every one of you who helps build this bridge to community every day. Thank you.